Hello everyone, I'm Chikio Castro at your service. And now I'm going to report about the Philippine Qualification Framework or PQF and the continuation of Mr. Delzora report. Let's start. This topic is part of the four essential competencies. One of these is engage the community, which is the ability to partner with parents and caregivers, involve the community to help students learn, and encourage respect and diversity. In partner with parents and in caregivers, the enabling competency of these which are build a support network, create welcoming space, and sustain the partnership. It means that working in partnership with parents and caregivers is central to the early years foundation stage. Consulting them about children's early experiences helps practitioners plan for effective learning and the setting, and helps them support parents in continuing their children's learning development at home. Next is involve the community to help my students learn. The enabling competency of these are engage parents and caregivers about their children and design learning activities using community conditions, local wisdom, tradition, and knowledge. It means that sharing a responsibility to help their children learn and meet educational goals. Parents' engagement happens when teachers involve parents in school meetings or events, and parents volunteer their support at home and school. The last general competency under of engage the community, which is encourage, respect, and diversity. The enabling of these are accept what makes people different and practice inclusion and respect in classroom. It means that we need to accept every learners we encountered because all of us became from different families and we have own uniqueness. Mm, The last essential competency is become a better teacher every day, which is the ability to know oneself and others, practice human goodness, and then masters the teaching practice. In know myself and others, the enabling competency of these are continue to grow by knowing oneself more, and become more aware and responsible for my emotions and health, and nurture my relationship with care and respect. It means that understanding your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears, your desires and dreams, knowing yourself means knowing your purpose in life. And the next is practice human goodness in life and in my work. The enabling competency of this is be kind and compassionate, and inspire my students and colleagues by setting by my best example, and nurture my students' confidence on what they can do and become. It means that as a students, we should be a good example to others to inspire them. The last general competency under of become a better teacher every day is master my teaching practice. The enabling competencies of this which are keep alive my passion for teaching, take responsibility in my own personal and professional growth, and inspire other teachers by setting my best example, which means that collaborate to develop and to determine the adoption of learning resources and research-based strategies to increase students' performance. And those are the four essential competencies for teaching in Southeast Asia. And next slide is the framework agreed upon by the Minister of Education of the Southeast Asian countries, including the Philippines. It will be used as a guide to determine teacher quality across the region. The figure below captures all the elements of the competency framework for teachers in Southeast Asia. So this is the figure of the four competency framework for teachers in the Southeast Asia. So, during natasan, next slide. So, the next topic is all about the Philippine Qualification Framework or PQF. So, what is the Philippine Qualification Framework or PQF? So, let's tackle about this. Okay, the Philippine Qualification Framework, which shall describe the levels of educational qualification and set the standards for qualification outcomes. It is a quality-assured national system for the development, recognition, and award of qualification based on standards of knowledge, skills, and values acquired in different ways, and methods by learners and workers of the country. When we say a qualification, it refers to a formal certification that a person has successfully achieved specific learning outcomes relevant to the identified academic or industry or community requirements. Okay, next slide. As part of the ASEAN convergence and in the light of globalization, each country in the ASEAN, the Philippines adopts national standard and levels for outcomes in education, and then this is called Philippine Qualification Framework or PQF, which is provided by the law of Republic Act 10968 years 2018. Based on the level of education as PQF level 6, the PQF described the career path for baccalaureate degree program including teacher education degree. All graduates from the baccalaureate degree are expected to exhibit outcomes as described in Table 4. Table 4 presents the levels of outcomes and descriptors. The left part is the PQF 6 level of outcomes and the right part is the PQF descriptors of outcomes. So, in knowledge, skills, and values, the descriptor of outcomes is graduates possess a broad level of coherent knowledge and skills in their field of study for professional work or teaching and lifelong learning. And in application of knowledge, skills, and values, the descriptor of outcomes is the application of professional work or teaching in a broad of discipline and or for further study. And the last part is degree of independence. The descriptor of outcomes is the independent or as a teacher and or in teams of related fields. So this is the level 6 of outcomes and descriptors. Okay, next slide. What are the purpose of the Philippine Qualification Framework? Okay. First is to adapt national standards and levels of learning outcomes of education. Then, to support the development of pathways and equivalences that enable access to qualifications and to assist individuals to move easily and readily between the different education and training sectors and between these sectors and the labor market, and to align domestic qualification standards with the international qualification framework, thereby enhancing recognition of the value and comparability of Philippine qualifications and supporting the mobility of Filipino students and workers. Also, the PQF will be used as the basis for accrediting certificates and license recognized by the government. And that's all for today. Thank you and God bless. Bye-bye.